Ah, welcome back, my friends, to Jesse's Storytime Spectacular. I'm Jesse. Good to have you all back. Let's check out the kitty litter turd mongler disaster. And yeah, I'm going with that. That's our name, alright? So, our turd mongler is telling me this story many, many years ago. So we're going to flash back all the way back to 2010. This is when I'm going by two separate notes here, all right? He gave me two separate different chunks of notes, so I gotta kind of piece all this together for you here. But let's just say, this turd mongler, the shedder, the one who likes to take dumps on things at parties when he's drunk. I don't know. Uh, this is just my crazy friend, all right? And the turd mongler. I, I don't really know what else to say, but we're gonna start off here. So he's like back from the army or some shit, and he's like on a little break, and it's New Year's, right? So it's 2010. He's like 22 years old and decides, I have not seen this group of friends in a while. It's going to be cool to see my buddy for his 21st birthday even though it's at his mom's house where he's living, and unfortunately his mom's quite the Karen, so of course they're only banned to the downstairs, he's allowed to leave, and it has to be like a little slumber party kind of party, but at least she was letting them drink and smoke their cigarettes and whatever and not bother them, I guess. I don't know. But that wasn't important, all right? The important part is I gotta describe this party for you, all right? Our turd mongler's there, and it's about like 15, maybe the max was 25 people ish, if that. Like, maybe at once somehow some people showed up and then just kind of left, so uh, we don't want to go like the wrong way there, but good amount of people, right? So he's there. They're all drinking, and I made them tell me what goofy drinks they were drinking back in 2010, which is hilarious. And we listed off Jägermeister, Goldschlager, which I found very hilariously fancily cute and kind of referenced from some movies, wouldn't you think? Yes. Let's see. They were doing, lots of Yingling beer out of the big boot, like from Beer Fest. I don't know. That's pretty awesome. I've never done that before, but that's very frat boy and very kind of hilarious. But uh, uh, I am impressed about that. Was probably the only positively like okay, that was cool about this party. But uh, uh, I am a nerd, so I ain't hating. But all right, so we've got a TV in one spot, a TV in another. So it's like two different sides of the room have TVs. One we're doing like video games on and shit. The other one, Anchorman is playing and stuff. So on the video games, we've got Silent Hill 2. So we've got the video game geeks going nuts all over that game, trying to beat the remake thing for PS3. I don't know. These are part of the notes. But I do like Silent Hill. Cool games. Shout out to them. Yeah. And yeah. But I'm loving how this is sounding very 2010. But let's continue. All right. So this is the geeky party going on where we've got the drunk girls who want to watch Anchorman and hit on some guys and whatnot. There's another part of the basement of which you go the other way past the stairs that you came down, where it's like under the stairs. Yeah, you kind of pass by that a little bit, and you know, to the side there's going to be a door where you can go outside and smoke your cigarettes and whatnot outside. So there's a good amount of people there who smoke. In fact, I smoked like a fiend in 2010. Like, I'm not gonna lie, it was bad. All right, uh, is what it is. But I'm a vape slut right now, so whatever. Back on track to the story. All right, you could go out this one door to smoke, but then if you go past that, everything's real dark down that hallway, and then there's a door you can go that's kind of just like their storage room. Then no one, there's nothing interesting there, and no one goes there. It's like, even past the bathroom. But the bathroom's also like, pretty close by. That's only to come into play here as I tell this turd mongler story, which is hilarious. I know. I'm loving the turd mongler. Yeah. But shout out to turd mongler. You know, I want to say his name. It's hilarious, but I can't. Yeah, gotta remain anonymous because of the interview. Gotta be a good interviewer. All right. So here's the funny part. Is that what y'all been waiting for? I'm gonna get right down to it. At the party, they've got a cat. I love cats. Mine, yeah. So this is quite the story for him to be telling me, who loves cats. All right, like I just do. I grew up with them. I get it. All right, but they've got a 15-year-old fluffy white cat, diabetic. Uh, this cat was old. All right, like my cat was turned. I mean, he lasted till he was like 21. So 15 is impressive to me because I'm a damn impressed, Shadow. R.I.P. I love you, Shadow. He lasted till he was 21, and that's crazy. I know, but for the sake of this story, let's call him Fluffy. Okay, because we don't really know, and we can't reach out to the source to ask questions of such. So they've got this cat, Fluffy. All right, that's cute and all, but our turd mongler's hanging out at the party. He's been mad, smoking cigarettes, drinking beer all night, chain smoking cigarettes, and it's always Marlboro 27s or something, or like, you know, I don't know, Maverick Red 100s when he's kind of broke. It's kind of like a swap around, I don't know. And then, it's like fruity slut vape like I am, because it's just, vape sluts, but, yeah. Anyway, but he smoked a lot. He drank a lot. Gotta go to the bathroom a lot. Ate a lot that earlier that night. Ended up deciding that it'd be funny to play a little prank on his friend that he's at the party attending, and he remembers, hey, I hadn't seen this friend in a really long time, and we used to mess with each other a lot with weird, twisted comedy. So, they're both playing pranks on each other and goofing with each other back and forth. And it's usually just internet goofiness and playing video games and whatnot, whatever, renaming each other's characters, stupid stuff, whatever. But sometimes it gets escalated a little bit. It's a little bit fun. So, in this case, yes, our turd mongler, which I'm holding back to say the name, but yes, we're gonna go with turd mongler. So he decides, all right, there's so many people who's just outside smoking right now. All right, there's a lot of people who's just chilling back there watching Anchorman that can't really even see this hallway. So he just decides, I'm gonna just look around. He's all drunk, pulling a little, boy, girl, wasted. Oh my god, like, I don't know, whatever, whatever. So wanders down the hallway, and he said it was just hilarious when he opened the door, and it's just blackness in the room. And it is that storage room we spoke of, right? So he had passed the bathroom, he had passed the door that goes outside to the smoker's area. He had passed some other storage thing and ends up at the end of the hallway right there and goes right in. And the only visible thing he can really see is a kitty litter box. Fluffy's litter box. Dun dun dun. So he decides, oh God, all that nicotine and all that beer and like the making me do those stupid boot beer things and like all that yingling and all that shit that his mom, his Karen ass mom made with some weird ass casserole is going through my system, and I gotta take this serious shit. So he's just like, dude, the bathroom's just too far right now, even though it's only like, right there. And he's just drunk and stupid, and he's like, all right, cool. So he thinks this is going to be funny to play a little prank on his friend. So he takes a dump, a giant dump in Fluffy's litter box. And then remembers the bathroom's right there, like right there. You know, he should have just done that, but he was like, you know what? I'm gonna leave a little thing to say hi to Fluffy. Hello, and what's up, Fluffy? And a little something for the fam. You know, he forgot to bring some wine or something to say hi or your family or whatever. So you end up leaving a turd. It's just, yeah. I guess that's the new thing now. I guess, but this was 2010, and who knows what Turd Mongler was thinking. But Turd Mongler pulled the Turd Mongler situation, of which he left a gigantic, nasty, steaming, disgusting turd in this litter box. He was fucking proud, he said. He was so proud of this turd. And I was just like, oh my God, dude. Like, why are you describing this to me right now? This is just disgusting. Like, I could not stop laughing though. It's hard to even tell you guys with a straight face without laughing about this, but it is what it is. So, alright, boom, the bomb's been planted. Yeah, realizes, yeah, still nobody knows that I'm back here or whatever. So he just kind of shuffles his way from like and closes the door real close, like it just he was never there or whatever, and kind of slips his way over to the other door into the bathroom and realizes, yeah, I got a wipe, you know. So like goes into the bathroom, wipes and all that. Gotta do what you gotta do. He's back out at the party. Everything's cool. Nobody knows anything. He's got his little prank planet in there for the family to find, which they're going to find, mind you. Of course, they're going to find this phantom turd. Yes, this phantom turd from the turd mongler. The next day, all the hungover little kids, they're all like 20, 21, whatever, acting, oh my god, yeah, so hungover, we shouldn't have done all those shots and all that Goldschlager, and then like, I can't remember when my cousin and his girlfriend kept fighting and breaking up and then getting back together, and as if it was like a big thing. And I don't know, the whole party was just like really bizarre, he said. He was just like, he woke up to this, you know, everybody looked like, they hated each other the next day, and everybody was just like, I'm gonna get out of here before I cut you, but I'm kind of hungover too, so I don't know. I don't know if Karen's gonna feed us breakfast or some crazy shit. I don't know. She's crazy. You don't want to piss her off, that crazy Karen's. But crazy Karen and the rest of the family apparently they found this litter box the next day, and they believed that of what the turd mongler left there came from Fluffy. So they grab Fluffy, they put him in the carrier, they take him to the vet. I mean, the vet ER is like trauma and torture for an animal. It is just horrifying. So, all the cats getting all angry and shit, and, call motherfucker, I got you before I even let you get me into this, contraption and get me in the car and get me, like, have them, strangers freak me out and shit. Hell no. It's like a kidnapping, alright? So, poor Fluffy is in the pet ER, and they're trying to run tests to find out what's going on because, uh, I mean, yeah, it's a 15-year-old diabetic cat, and they were really worried, apparently, which was the quote from the, friend throwing this 21st birthday party of his. Uh, I'm not naming names, but, you know, it is what it is. So, they find out, you know, uh, they gotta hold him overnight to keep him tests and get a new like sample and whatnot. And then like when the cat ends up taking a dump again, it's like, all right, yeah, he's fine. Like what? I don't know what you guys are talking about. So like, here's the mystery that we have for the after of this is like apparently all of this was told to the turd mongler like I don't know years later at like a wedding that they were all like best men at or something, and it's just oh my god, it's so funny, it's just bizarre, and it is so hilarious, and like I'm picturing the dude in like a suit responding to like, yo, what the turmonger saying straight up, like, so did you know that I was the one that took a dump in your litter box on New Year's that in like 2010, like years ago? And the dude's just stunned in this seat looking like, what? That was you? We were really worried. We thought he was really sick. I don't know, it's just the expression that the turd manga could give me. You could seriously see that these people were in distress. And they ended up having to keep poor Fluffy in that pet ER for another overnight just to keep all the vitals and make sure he was fine. Just because he's a diabetic, and of course, poor Fluffy is going through hell because the turd drunk ass decided, oh yeah, I've drank and smoked too many cigarettes tonight, and I gotta take this huge dump, and I just refused to make it to the bathroom, and I wanted to play a prank on my friend, but it ended up sending their cat to the pet ER. Do you guys see how messed up this story is? He seriously would I'm sitting here wondering with these after effects of this story, like, you know, number one, I'm just dying laughing already, yes. After hearing this story several times from him because I'm wanting to know more details. I had to dig some of these details out of him. Like I had to sit him down and be like, "Look, dude, like I need to know some serious details of what and when, you know what I mean? Like 2010, like how many people were at this party, what was the point? It was a New Year's birthday kind of thing. So no wonder they were trying to be all celebratory with the stupid beer glass thing from Beer Fest and all the fun. It kind of seemed like they were doing the Gold Slugger thing from what's it called you guys know what I'm talking about. It's just the quotes from yeah, get about a Gold Slugger, but basically, I'm a little bit baked right now, so yeah, shut up. But it's my day off. I ain't doing nothing, and I got all my errands done, so I'm proud of myself. Screw you. Alright, so our question is, did she like take a picture of this thing? You know what I mean? Like, this back in 2010, so like, I don't know, like, how great the cameras were on like cell phones and stuff, but like, she was like a Karen, she just knows how to answer the phone and shit. She doesn't know any smartphone stuff, so she's just kind of like, whatever. Probably it was like a shitty flip phone or something. I don't know, but it's just we would never really be able to recover the messages of which transpire between this Karen and the crazy rules of this party and craziness of whatnot. But poor Fluffy finally came home from the pet ER okay. Got to live another couple beautiful years. Unfortunately, RIP to Fluffy. Unfortunately, we don't know his name. I feel terrible for laughing for this poor kitty's demise. However, this is Jesse's Storytime Spectacular. And all I gotta really tell you is don't take a dump in people's litter boxes. The animal's gotta find it. They're gonna blame it on the animal, man. It's just, that's, good night, guys.